So back when I was a little kid, I was on a youth soccer team, and I love soccer, and it honestly taught me some life lessons. Like one very important lesson I learned happened when I was a goalie. This one kid was running up with the ball, and he shot the ball. It went straight to my balls, and I learned that day that your balls are very fragile. I fucking fell to the ground, yelling, "Oh my god, I'm gonna die!" Because I never felt pain like this before. It's like someone hit the self-destruct button on my body, and it was located under my penis. So my dad comes over. He's like, "You're fine. You just got to start wearing a cup." And I was so confused. I was like, how the fuck is a cup going to help me? Like, if anything, it'll make it worse because I thought they wanted me to put a red Solo cup over my balls because I didn't know any other cups than the cups you drink from. And then I learned what a cup was, and I was like, oh, yeah, that'll probably help. But when I was probably 8, I was on this team called the Tamagotchis, which first off was the worst team name ever. Every other team had a cool name except for ours. There was the Avalanche, the Tigers, and then there was us. It's like the guys who named the teams were like, all right, so let's think of some cool names. First guy's like, how about Avalanche? Because they rush in like a brutal avalanche. Yes, that's a great idea. What else you got? How about Tigers? Because they're fierce and strong like a tiger. Yes, those are great names, guys. And Phil, what about you? What name did you come up with? Phil? What? Oh, sorry, guys. My wife keeps bugging me to buy my daughter this thing called a Tamagotchi. She won't leave me alone. Tamagotchi? What is this Tamagotchi? It's like a virtual pet you have to take care of. Is it fierce and deadly? Well, it's like a little bunny, but if you don't feed it, it's gonna die. Perfect. Tamagotchi. The team, the Tamagotchis, are responsible for life and nourishment, for without them, their life would cease to exist. I'll put that name down. So one day my team, the Tamagotchis, was playing against some team probably called the Skullfuckers, and I had the ball, and as I was dribbling the ball, this kid comes up to me, he lightly pushes my elbow, and he says, "Watch where you're going, Bubs," and he took the soccer ball, and he dribbled away. And now that might not seem like much to you, but when you're 8 years old and you've read Captain Underpants, you know what Bubs means. In the book, when the principal would talk to the kids, he called them Bubs, and that pretty much meant he called them a fucking dick face. So to me, him calling me Bubs with the push, that combo was the equivalent of him kicking my grandma in the vagina and then spitting on a golden retriever. So now I wasn't just going to stand there and let myself get disrespected like that, so I did the meanest thing I could think of. I ran up to him, pushed him onto the ground, and as he lay on the ground vulnerable, I said, "Shut the fuck up." Now, he didn't say anything when I pushed him, but "shut the fuck up" was the worst combination of words that I knew existed back then. So I used it, and you know what? I'm proud that I stood up for myself and made me a better man, and if I ever see that fucking kid again, he can go shut the fuck up.